Hello, my name is Kevin Dominick, and I will be showing you Quizlet. Quizlet is a free online study tool that works on a flashcard system. So rather than buying index cards and writing stuff by hand, you can just type it up online. This is a free program, but by paying for the 1 year subscription, you can gain extra features such as the ability to add images, audio, and the removal of ads. With Quizlets, you have two options. You can create your own study set, right here, or search the database. Now, to search the database, just type in the class, and it'll bring up everything related to what you typed in. Now, if you look on the right hand side, you can see a preview of what's inside each of the study sets. If you want to narrow it down a little bit further, you can type in the subject or a chapter, and it'll just narrow down the search a little bit better. Now, one bad thing about using these sets is that these people may be from a different school or have a different teacher. So the content that they cover in their class is probably a little bit different than yours. So to be safe, I usually just create my own study sets. And to do that, just click right here. Now, the first thing you want to do is make a title for the set right here. And you have two options, visibility and editability. Visibility is who can see your study set. Do you want to share it with everyone, share it with a certain group of people, or just keep it to yourself? Same thing with editing. Do you want to let other people edit it, or just keep it to yourself? Now, this could be useful if you have a group of people working in a study group, so you can all just fix cards or add to the cards. Let's see. Alright, right here is the language. Select this, because that's used for spell checking. Now, as I said before, this is a flashcard system, so it is terms on the left and definitions on the right. Now, this is basically it. Quizlet is very simple for inputting. There are no fancy things you can do with it. Now, there are a couple of things you can add to make your cards a little bit more formatted and look more pleasant. One of them is bolding. Now, to bold, you have to add these special little asterisks right here, which is the Shift 8 key to get this star. Anything in between the stars right here will be bold. So this word right here, the term, is bold. Another thing you can add are bullets. Now, Quizlet does not have a bullet feature, but you can add them from other programs such as Microsoft Word. And I like adding bullets because it lets you organize the information a lot better, especially if you have a lot of them or if you're in list. It just looks a lot more pleasant in the eye. Now, right here are two features for paid subscriptions, adding images and audio. Now, for adding images, you have two options. One, you can upload an image from your computer, or two, you can use the Quizlet database and search for an image. Now for this one, I'm going to search for Gmonics and see what pops up. Alright, and it has an image of jeans, so you can just click that, and it adds it to your card. Now the next feature is audio. This records audio from your microphone. This would be useful for a class such as a foreign language like French, where you need to know the dialects. Alright, to add extra cards, just go all the way to the bottom and click the plus feature. It'll add extra cards. Now, there is no real limit for this, so you can just keep adding as many cards as you need. And to delete them, just click the X on the right hand side. If you want to reorganize the cards, just click and drag. Now, once you're finished, just hit done. Now, once you have finished your set, you have a couple of options you can do. One is sharing the set. With this, you can share your set online on Facebook, Twitter, or on Google Classroom. And with that, it'll give them a link, and they can click the link, and it'll take them directly to the set you just created. Now, folders just let you organize your sets to different folders. Like for me, I have probably about 40 sets, so I like to separate them based on classes. So I have one for biology, one for chemistry, and one for history. Now, classes are like private groups. Basically, you can add a certain number of people to a class, like 3 people to a class, and only those 3 people can edit the sets and look at them. See, now Quizlet has several different ways you can learn. The first one I'm going to go over is flashcards. Now, flashcards are basically just flashcards. You have a front, a back with the answer, and you just go over to the next card. Now, there are a couple of options on the sides. Over here is audio. You can have an audio voice speak the answers for the term and definition if you want. You can start with the term, definition, or have both sides showing at the same time. Shuffle just randomly shuffles the cards rather than keep them in order that you typed it in. And play is just a slideshow. So every few seconds it's going to flip the card and then go to the next card. Now, keyboard shortcuts are located at the bottom right here. So you can just use your keyboard. And right here you can edit the card. So if you find the error on the card while you're looking at it, just click edit and you can just make a change right there. Now, a nice feature that they have are these stars right here. What these stars do is it lets you mark certain cards so you can study them separately. So if you're having issues remembering a card, like for some reason you just can't get the answer for it, you can just mark it and study it later. Now, once you finish marking the cards, just click up here and click the star symbol right here. As you can see, I have 6 of the cards marked right now. When I click this, I now have 6 flashcards instead of all the 63 that I used to have. Now, once you have studied the cards, like say for this card, I know it very well, I don't need to study it anymore. Just unclick it, click shuffle, and now it'll reshuffle down to the remaining 5 cards. Okay, one of the other options for learning is learn. Learn shows you a definition and you just have to type in the answer. Now with this system, it actually keeps track of what you got correct and incorrect so you can see how well you are doing. For a speller, you type in what you hear, as it says right here. It will either give you the term or the definition, and it'll have the corresponding information on the side. Now test is a little bit different. It's like a mock test. It has 4 different options: written, matching, multiple choice, and true and false. So you can pick what types of stuff you want to test. Like if I want to just have matching and multiple choice, I would just click those. Now right here is you can set for, do you want the term to show first, the definition, or just have a mixed match of both. And this is a question limit. You can set how many of your questions you want to actually be tested on. Do you want to test all 33 cards or just do 20 of them and make a test? As you can see, you just type in the answer for the written questions. For matching, you'll have a list over on the side. Just click in the corresponding letter. And as you click the corresponding letter, it will actually unhighlight it so you don't do the same one twice, which is very nice. Multiple choice, just click the answer. For true and false, you have to be a little bit careful. For this arrow right here, this is a separation mark. This will be the question, and this will be the answer. And sometimes depending on how you format the card, it may get a little jagged, so make sure you look for this right here. Now once you're finished, just click check answer, and it'll actually go through the test and tell you what you got correct and incorrect. If you got it correct, it'll just say correct answer and just be all green. And at the top, it will show you the score, how many you got correct and how many you got wrong. And once you're finished, you just create new tests. And when you do that, it'll just randomly create a new test from, for me, I set it to 20, so 20 different cards. Now, these two right here, Scatter and Gravity, are actually games. Scatter is a matching game. What you do is you click one and you try to match it with the other. And once you match it, it will actually just disappear. And once you match all the cards, it'll give you your score, which is keep track right here, and just create a new set. Gravity is like one of those keyboard games you used to play in high school or elementary school. What you do is, it'll have asterisks come down from the top of the screen. Just type in the answer to the question, and it'll destroy it. And it also keeps track of score on the side. Now, there is also a mobile app for this program, so you can study on your phone anytime you want. It incorporates most of the features from the website, such as flashcards, learning, tests, and a scatter game. And this is Quizlet. I use it for several of my classes and I find it a very useful study tool. So I hope you found this tutorial useful and thank you for your time.